Off the opening tip, and with an early basket is Lauren Deming. Case in the gold uniforms of Mather College. The Flora Stone Mather College, the precursor to the Case women joining Western Reserve and the Case Institute of Technology. It's throwback weekend. Gold uniforms trimmed in white and gray with the black Mather and numbers across their chest and on their back. Double team trap, Mummy with the steal. Here comes Germer the other way for the Case ladies. Now it's Orcutt to Mummy. 18-footer up, back of the rim. Eppard fights for it, gets the rebound, shot missed. And the rebound comes down to Alexandra Leslie for Rochester. Here comes Leslie with the basketball, a freshman, 6'2". She'll settle into her post as Rochester brings the ball out top. A long three in the air, and it's good by Allie Zawicki. Here comes Orcutt, gets the roll and the foul. She'll go to the line. Foul's on Blair Landolfi, that's her first. Brooke Orcutt will look for 3 points at the foul line. Brooke Orcutt on the season, 81% free throw shooter.
And she has picked up her scoring dramatically in 12 UAA contests. Average out of conference was 9.5, averaging closer to 13 in conference play.
And they've needed her to. If there's been one thing that this Case team has lacked this year, another three in the air, long one, this one missed, Eppard with the rebound, is the lack of identity, Eddie, I think, on offense.
Yeah, they really don't have an elite scorer. They've had to go top scorer by committee, and it's worked at times, but you really like to have that top option.
Zawicki with that block. Here comes Rochester the other way. Germer with the rebound. Ball's knocked out of bounds off Rochester. Jen Reimer, the head basketball coach at Case, arms crossed. It's been one of those seasons where the losses pile up, but the play really hasn't been that bad. Steal in the layup by Kelsey Hurley. So you try to keep your team positive. This is Mummy on the break. Feed from Orcutt. Lauren lays it up. Laura Mummy with a left-handed layup. Try to keep your team positive in the wake of a 1-point loss, in the wake of a 2-point loss, in the wake of another 1-point loss.
I mean, they have 5 games where they've lost by 1 point. They've had 8 games where they've lost by 6 points or fewer.
There for the rebound is Alexandra Leslie. This is Barrett Eppard. She'll bring the ball up and hand it off to Brooke Orcutt. Orcutt from 15 feet, good. Brooke Orcutt with a quick 5. Leslie inside. Shot was slightly changed by Barrett Eppard, but Alexandra Leslie gets the roll. Eppard from 16 feet. Barrett Eppard averaging 8 points per game with her first 2 this afternoon.
Boy, that open shot started because Laura Mummy has been a presence on the block, as you see Mummy with a steal there, but she's a very good interior passer, and she gets to use that ability there.
Beautiful feed inside. Mummy finds her teammate Jessica McCoy, and McCoy gets the easy layup.
Yellow Jackets defense fell asleep right there. Excellent ball movement around the arc, getting it into the interior for the Spartan women.
They go inside again with a mismatch. Boy, for the freshman, Alexandra Leslie has very good body control. She's 6'2", and she really does a strong job, at least in the first 4.5 minutes that we've seen her. This is Eppard for a 3, a long 3. Rebound by Orcutt. Orcutt with a left-handed scoop, missed it. Fighting for her own rebound, gets it. Brooks going to bring it back out. Great hustle that time by the senior. Inside to Eppard. Foul's going to go on Rochester. Whistled and called is Lauren Deming. That will be her first.
And Brooke Orcutt keeps the possession alive with a couple offensive rebounds, and that's one of the best rebounding wings that I think the UAA has to offer in Brooke Orcutt. She's always near the rim. She spends a lot of time on the wing shooting the three, but she'll come in and get a rebound more often than not.
Orcutt does a lot for Case. Leads them in scoring with 11 points per game. Leads them in rebounding, as Eddy mentioned, with 7 rebounds per game. Is tied for the lead in assists with Amanda Germer with 3 a game. She leads the team in steals with 29. And she leads them so far this afternoon with 5 points. Jess McCoy hits a 3. Good ball movement. Good patient ball movement that time. Again, inside to their big. Shot was blocked by McCoy, though.
And that was all ball by Jess McCoy. I mean, you're talking about a young guard defending some size down low. I mean, you cannot execute it better than what you did right there for Jess McCoy in the block shot.
Laura Mummy trying to play defense. Good ball movement by Rochester. 3 in the air, and it's good. Right in front of the Case bench. Sarah Kaminsky hits a 3. This is Barrett Eppard with a strong reverse layup and in. Rochester working that ball on the perimeter. See a seam in that defense, drive it, and they missed it. Here comes Orcutt the other way. Brooke down to Jessica McCoy. McCoy with a left hand up and good, and she was fouled. Jessica McCoy with a fast break 2.
That is something the Spartans have been looking for more of, Ron, is transition offense, easy buckets, ones where you get a 3-point play. McCoy gets one here. She's done some early scoring for the Spartans.
Jessica McCoy with 8 points. Case with a 19-16 lead. Active hands by Eppard. Germer comes up with it. Beautiful feed down the floor to the freshman. Hageman up and in. Kara Hageman from Amanda Germer.
How about the offensive start for the Spartans? 21 points and not even 6.5 minutes into the game. Probably the best offense we've seen from them thus far this season.
Long 3 missed, long rebound, as so many times happens, comes back to the offensive team. Rochester has it. Ball fake and a travel. Kayla Kibling from Lafayette, New York with the travel. There's Jim Scheibel. Took his team to back-to-back Final Fours in 2003, 2004. He has done a very good job at the University of Rochester. Germer with it. Off a high screen, Germer with the shot. Good. Barrett Eppard set a real nice screen, and Amanda Germer knocked down the jumper. She's got 2. Rochester back inside. Shot off the glass, missed. Shot was by Cronenweather. This is Orcutt with it. Long pass across the floor to McCoy. Now top of the key. The freshman, Hageman, missed it left. Orcutt had it, lost it, tried to get it back. Rochester keeps it. Tying it up is Jessica McCoy. Possession arrow goes Case's way. Off the bench, Rachel Beatty, Aaron Reynolds, and Laura Mummy. McCoy and Orcutt and Eppard will get some rest. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one too. Case is up 7.
Inspired by the 60s, Dave's Cosmic Subs is spreading love around the world one sub at a time. Voted the best in Cleveland, Dave's Cosmic Subs uses only the freshest ingredients, all wrapped in the history of rock and roll. Dave's Cosmic Subs are perfect for any occasion, especially your next Spartan Athletics gathering. Visit Dave's Cosmic Subs Coventry or call 216-320-0330 for delivery. There's only one legendary sub, and that's Dave's.
There's another good look at Adelbert Gymnasium, where the Spartan women have gotten out to a hot start offensively, 23 points, and only 8 minutes gone by in half number one.
We were just saying, I don't know that we've ever seen anything like it. Hageman with the basketball, 8 seconds to shoot. Kara spots up for a three, missed it short, and down with it is Rochester. Here comes Kibling the other way. Whistle and a foul, Mummy. Mummy with a push. That is Laura's first. Let's look at that Case bench. They are dressed in gold and black today in honor of Mather College on Throwback Weekend. Rochester's going to get a second look. Ball's tipped, I believe, initially by Aaron Reynolds, but then grabbed and tried to save it was Mary Cronenwetter. So Case is going to get it back. Spartans are up 7. 23 points in the first 8 minutes of this basketball game. Beatty, top of the key three, in and out. Leslie with the rebound. Kibling's got it, right wing, into Leslie. Coming in and knocking the ball away was Aaron Reynolds. They'll call Aaron for the foul, though. So for Reynolds, that is her first. Two team fouls on Case. We're 9 minutes gone in this opening half. This is Leslie with it, back to Kibling. Kayla Kibling. Leslie inside. Leslie off the glass, and Alexandra Leslie with 8 points. She's got 8 of their 18, Eddie.
She'll be a nightmare for UAA opponents, no question about it. 6'2", and still 3 years awaiting her.
Just a freshman. This is Beatty with it, with a high screen. Hageman with a ball fake. Hageman traveled with the basketball. Kara Hageman with the turnover. Back in the game for Rochester, 2 players. Allie Zawicki, along with Lauren Deming. Deming opened the game with a layup off the opening tip. Zawicki has a 3-pointer to her credit this afternoon. This is Zawicki with the basketball with Germer on her defensively. Leslie again. Shot in the air. Ball's loose. Laura Mummy controls it and keeps it, and Case will have it. Whistle underneath the basket, away from the ball. Foul's going to go against Alexandra Leslie. There's an Alexandria, Virginia.
There you go. And there is one. My cousin lives there, actually. Small world, you know.
Another whistle. This one's on Case. Player control foul. Rachel Beatty with the foul. That's her first, team third for the Spartans. Zawicki with it. Going to get a screen. Zawicki goes against the screen, lays it up and in. She's got 5. Did you visit Alexandria, Virginia much, Eddie?
You know, I actually went to see my cousin 2 summers ago. I was only there for about 48 hours and not a minute more, but it was a very, very nice city just outside of Washington, D.C. Real fun place to go to.
With a push in the back. Fouls on Lauren Deming. Lauren Deming's second foul. Jessica McCoy and Brooke Orcutt in. Germer and Beatty are out for Case. Deming will take a seat with 2 fouls, and Tyler Guerreri is now in the game for Rochester. This is Zawicki with it. That's Guerreri with a long three. Missed it. Here comes McCoy the other way. Nice feed inside. Orcutt missed the shot. Case is up 23-20. It was 23-16, so Rochester on a little 4-0 run here. Case opened up red hot. Good defense that time by Aaron Reynolds. Stripped the ball from Leslie before the 6'2" post player could get it. This is Mummy with a shot. Missed it long. And here comes Zawicki the other way for Rochester. Zawicki with a nice feed to Guerreri. Shot was blocked by Mummy, and they're going to say a foul. Foul on Laura Mummy. That is her second. Shooting two will be Guerreri. Tyler Guerreri from Our Lady of Mercy High School in Pittsford, New York. Guerreri is a 63% free throw shooter. She'll get two. Barrett Eppard checking back in. Aaron Reynolds will take a seat. Hustle ball here, and Jessica McCoy comes up with it. Mummy, nice feed out to Eppard. Draws the defense, kicks it out for a three, and it's good by Kara Hegeman. Kara Hegeman's got 5, and Case is up 5 at 26-21.
Really solid freshman season for Kara Hageman.
Good
13
defense.
3 balls.
I'm sorry, Eddie, go ahead.
No, I was finished.
Great defense by Brooke Orcutt. 13 3 balls for the freshman. She has been what they hope, at least, Eddie, what Coach Reimer hopes, that offensive identity that we've talked about as she grows, just a freshman. The discussion is over the inbounds play. I was blocked, but I think what happened is Zawicki threw it into herself. They're going to do it again. So Zawicki will inbound it, and she'll get it into Guerreri, who will give it right back to Zawicki. Zawicki will launch a three. It's a long one. It's good. She doesn't need much room to shoot that ball.
No, she's comfortable taking just about any three-point shot from anywhere, but that is the one thing that has been working in the Spartans' favor defensively. Tops in the UAA, 27% three-point percentage. So they have to work for their three-point shots and take uncomfortable ones atop the arc as well.
So the 7-point Case lead, Eddie, has shrunk to 2. Zawicki, if she makes that, Rochester has the lead back. Misses it. Long rebound out. Guerreri comes into the scorer's table. She's okay, and her teammates keep the basketball, so credit her with great hustle. This is Leslie with it. Leslie far away from the basket, and she can hit it. Boy, if you've got a girl 6'2", who can dominate inside and then come out and draw the defense and hit a 12-footer like that, she is a weapon. Alexandra Leslie has 12 points, 10 points. Orcutt in trouble, scooped it, and traveled with the basketball. Germer's coming back in. Hageman will take a seat. Leslie will come back in. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one, too. This game's tied at 26. We'll be back.
Experience style and sophistication at the revitalized Cleveland Marriott downtown at Key Center. An ideal location for meetings and gatherings of any size, Cleveland Marriott offers stunning views of Lake Erie and the breathtaking city skyline. Newly renovated, this 25-story Cleveland hotel boasts 400 guest rooms with sleek furnishings, an indoor pool, and fitness center. Book your special Case Western Reserve rate by visiting us at clevelandmarriottdowntown.com and entering promotional code C0N.
They built this building in 1918, dedicated it the next year, And they are playing basketball still in it today here on Throwback Weekend. It's Case and Rochester. 7 minutes left to play opening half. Good ball movement by the Yellow Jackets. And knocking the ball off a Case player for Rochester is Mary Cronenwetter. Kayla Kibling will inbound it. .14 seconds to shoot. So stoppage of play to discuss the shot clock.
You know, I would say, Ron, that's probably one of the drawbacks of playing in this building is that you have to bring in the football shot clocks on both ends. And we've had a couple of times in the men's game earlier today where the shot clock was being discussed, and because there's no horn, kind of makes things a little bit difficult.
Well, and one of the things that they hope to do, and I really believe there's a definite interest in making this the permanent home for Case basketball, this space at Delbert Gymnasium, as they dedicate money to it, as they've already done with the floor and the windows. But it's just a great atmosphere, and of course, along with that, as they rededicate this space, if they indeed do that in the future, would be permanent shot clocks and just normal situations for a college basketball game. But this weekend, things are just kind of placed together. Case with the ball. It's Mummy inside. Shot was blocked. Here comes Rochester. Game's tied at 26. We're about 6.5 minutes left to play in this opening half. Rochester 14-9 on the season. Case is 7-16. She went up and down, and Rochester will keep the basketball. Kibling with a shot. Missed it. This is Orcutt with a rebound. Brooke Orcutt, who leads this team with 7 rebounds per game. Jessica McCoy into Eppard. Eppard looking for a cutter. This is Mummy with a shot that's short. Hustle ball. Orcutt, Mummy, a couple of Yellow Jackets fighting for it. We've got a whistle and a foul. Foul's going to go against Case. It'll go against Laura Mummy. That's her third. They will immediately get her out of the game. Kara Hegeman off the bench. She'll check in for Mummy. Hegeman's back in the game with 5 points. Mummy will take a seat. She's got 3 fouls and 2 points. Mummy has had the unenviable task, though, Eddie, of guarding the 6'2 freshman forward, Alexandra Leslie. Now that task falls to Barrett Eppard. There's Leslie. Now McCoy is on her. Long three. Zawicki missed it. McCoy lets it go out of bounds. Case will have it.
Yeah, and I think they're going to have to switch, Ron, with Leslie. I mean, not just because she's 6'2", but just try to give her a different look, a different feel every time out. That's one way to keep a player out of a rhythm on the offensive end. Just give her a ton of different looks.
Hageman loses the basketball. Here comes Rochester the other way with it. Landolfi with it. Now this is Leslie. Hands it off to Zawicki. Good ball movement. Ball stolen by Hageman. Hageman splits a double team. Kicks it back to Orcutt. Brooke Orcutt has had an outstanding first half. This is McCoy for 3. Good. Jessica McCoy.
Love the way that Jess McCoy stretches the floor with her 3-point potential. She's knocked in 2 of them.
McCoy with 11 points. Case is back up 3, 29-26. Leslie misses it. Here comes Orcutt the other way. Orcutt with another rebound. Eppard with a ball fake. Scoop shot and it goes. How about that?
Oh, that was a thing of beauty. Take a picture of that one and put it on a wall somewhere. I mean, that was just Barrett Eppard at her best with a right hand way away from the rim.
Working inside, they're going to get Barrett Eppard with a hook. Barrett Eppard trying to work against Alexandra Leslie right now. That is Eppard's first. Yeah, you're right, Eddie. They could just keep rotating players on Leslie, because if you're gonna foul her, as Leslie turns around, and she has made shots inside the arc. I mean, inside that that tiny arc in the key, which is about, right underneath the basket. She's made shots from 10 feet like she just did, and she stepped back and made a 12 to 14 footer too. Leslie's got 12 points. This is Eppard, misses it long. Zawicki with a high screen from Leslie. They get it back to Leslie, and Barrett Eppard stepping in front of that and stealing the basketball. Her and Jess McCoy doubled down on Leslie that time.
Yeah, I think that's the better defensive philosophy against her.
Whistle on the ball before the shot. Fouls on Rochester. It's on Emily Lewis. Jessica McCoy and Kara Hegeman will take a seat. Rachel Beatty has checked into the game for Case. Germer with the basketball with Zawicki on her. This is Beatty with it, the senior. To Orcutt, another senior. Step back shot. Looked good, missed it long. Eppard with the rebound. Eppard's going to bring it back out. They'll swing it to Germer. Case is up 3. We're approaching the 3-minute mark left in this opening half. Last time these two teams played, Case lost by a point, 55-54. The reach-around reach foul will go against Emily Lewis. Two fouls on Emily Lewis. There's a look at Emily as she'll head back to the bench with Zawicki. Kayla Kibling is back in the game for Rochester along with Tyler Guerreri. This is Aaron Reynolds at the foul line. Guerreri with it. High screen from Leslie. Going to work it into Leslie. Leslie tied up with Aaron Reynolds inside. They're going to call Reynolds for the hook. So 2 fouls on Reynolds, 3 fouls on Mummy, 1 foul on Eppard. Those are the 3 girls that have guarded Alexandra Leslie. So that's 6 fouls on 3 different girls right now trying to guard the 6'2" freshman.
And that is exactly why you have to rotate, because there is not one player that can take her on one-on-one throughout the course of the 40-minute contest. So people are going to pick up fouls, and she's going to get her fair share of players in foul trouble, which is why you have to rotate against her.
13 points in this opening half for Alexandra Leslie. She averages 15 on the season. She's the leading scorer for Rochester. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Kara Hegeman back off the bench. Aaron Reynolds will take a seat. So now Eppard will switch back to Leslie on defense. Rachel Beatty in front of that Rochester bench. Case is up 2, 2:20 left to play opening half. 5 seconds to shoot. Eppard with the ball above her head, gonna have to throw one up against Leslie. She shoots it, and coming up with a rebound is Kara Hegeman. Case is gonna get it back. Had to force up that shot, and they ended up getting it back on the long rebound. Fouls on Alexandra Leslie, her second. Shooting for Case will be Barrett Eppard. Off the bench, back in the game, replacing Leslie is Mary Cronenwetter.
And with that substitution of Leslie, that is going to change the offensive complexity of Rochester, as their 6'2" freshman goes to the bench. They're probably not going to play through their bigs with her off of the floor, probably play through the guards.
Germer on Kibling. Case up 3. Kibling with a shot blocked by Orcutt. Ball's out of bounds, and somewhere along the way, Rochester hit it too because Case is going to get the ball back. The Rochester bench is wondering the same thing that I'm wondering. And the same thing that man is wondering is how can Case block the shot, have it go out of bounds, and Case get the basketball. Somewhere along the line, though, the Yellow Jackets must have touched the basketball. Got a veteran crew here today, 3 that we see an awful lot of. They do a good job. This is Beatty with the basketball. Orcutt now has it in the corner. Beatty's going to swing it to Eppert. 3 seniors on the perimeter right now. 10 seconds to shoot. Eppert draws the defense. They swing it back to Beatty. Ball fake. Rachel dribbles in, put it up, drew the foul. Smart play by the senior, Eddie. She knew she wasn't going to get a good shot off, so she just took the foul as she was shooting it.
Yeah, and she's comfortable going with the rim. I mean, her bread and butter is a standstill 3-point shot, but she's willing to do what the defense requires you to do, and that was go to the rim because she was not going to get a clean shot off from where she was standing right a couple feet behind the free throw line.
Rachel struggles at the foul line, just a 44% free throw shooter. She's almost just as good from anywhere on the court as she is at the foul line. Makes 1 of 2, though. And as we saw in that men's game, every free throw is important. The lead is back to 4 with 90 seconds to play in this opening half. This is Zawicki with it, with a good first step. Guerreri back to Zawicki. Zawicki doesn't need much room, got the shot off, missed it, but Rochester got the rebound. Now it's Orcutt. Here comes Brooke Orcutt the other way.
She's got to be approaching a double-double, I would imagine.
Well, scoring-wise, she's got 6 or 5 points. Rebounding-wise, I think she's probably got at least 5. So she is well on her way. You're right, Eddie. This is Eppert with it. 10 seconds to shoot. Eppert faked left, went right, missed the shot, and was fouled. Drew the foul. I think Barrett, in her frustration, just reached out and grabbed Tyler Guerreri. And Barrett's going to pick up her second foul, and Guerreri's going to walk the length of the floor. She'll shoot free throws.
Well, just a 1-and-1. As far as I could imagine, with under a minute to go. But Spartans have done a good job staying off of the Yellow Jackets in terms of foul. Not quite in the double bonus just yet.
So at the free throw line is Tyler Guerreri, the junior forward out of Pittsburgh, New York. Good position that time by Barrett Eppert for the rebound. 45 seconds left to play opening half. Case is up 4. This is Beatty with it in front of that Rochester bench. Now it's Eppert. Gets a screen from Orcutt. Brooke rolls off of it. Germer now with the ball between the circles. 8 seconds to shoot. Germer with a high screen. 6 seconds to shoot. Germer in the lane, draws the defense. Eppert with the shot, missed it long. Barrett keeps it alive, jump ball, and Rochester's going to have it. Possession arrow goes Yellow Jackets' way. 18.9 seconds left. Alexandra Leslie's coming back in with 18 seconds left. Eddie, who do you think the ball's going to?
Well, they have really an eternity of time. If they want to settle into the half-court offense and run a play through Alexandria Leslie, they can do it. They can definitely do it for sure if they want to.
This is Zawicki with the basketball. Leslie comes on the left elbow. She's got it. Going to draw the defense back to Zawicki, who can hit the 3. She sets the high screen for Zawicki. Rolls off of it. Zawicki keeps it off the glass. Missed it. Leslie got the rebound. Shot up and good. First half buzzer sounds. Leslie finishes the opening half with 15. That's half her team points. It's 33-31. Case with a 2-point lead at halftime.